Hey team! As we continue to evolve our policies, it is now more important than ever that we are equipped with the proper tools, techniques, and training to successfully manage member escalations. But wait, what are escalations? Escalations are when visitors become upset about policies, practices, and procedures that are in place. A great tool is an acronym known as the LEAST method. This is an easy way to remember the proper steps to diffuse an escalation. LEAST stands for listen, empathize, apologize, solve, and thank. Customers, especially those who have had emotions running high, first and foremost want to be heard, which is why the L stands for listen. Although you may want to interject when the customer is speaking, it's best to just listen until they're finished sharing their initial points. The E stands for empathy, a highly underrated skill. Developing the ability to put yourself in someone else's shoes puts you in the mindset of the customer and allows you to see the situation from their perspective. This can be as simple as finding common ground or relating to the person. That's happened to me before, or I completely understand how you feel. Next up is apologizing. A sincere, "I'm sorry" goes a long way. "I'm sorry this happened. I'm happy to help fix it." This doesn't necessarily mean you or the company did something wrong. It can be as simple as apologizing for a miscommunication. The S is for solve. Find a solution as best as you can. You may not be able to completely solve the customer's problem right that minute, but moving toward a solution is often enough to show you care and you are trying to assist them, such as, "Let me look into that for you. I'm happy to take a look at your account and see what we can do." Lastly, you want to thank the customer. Thanking customers for bringing the problem to your attention and for simply being a customer. Thank you for letting us know so we can get this corrected. Another helpful technique is to be mindful of all nonverbal communication. This can include facial expressions, such as smiling, body language, such as posture, and tone of voice, to name a few. You will want to read the nonverbal signals of others, provide clarification if they look confused, and wrap up if they've heard enough. You will want to avoid slouching. It's best to stand up straight or lean slightly forward to convey engagement. Smile to indicate that you are amused or pleased with the conversation. Steer clear of smiles or laughter when messages are serious. Display some animation with your hands and facial expressions to project a dynamic presence. Don't bring your phone, a drink, or anything else that could distract you during your conversation. Stay calm even when you're nervous by eliminating fidgeting and shaking of hands. Establish frequent but not continuous or piercing eye contact. Keep your hands away from your face and hair and nod to demonstrate understanding. Maintain open arms because folded arms can convey defensiveness. Now that we have discussed the LEAST method and nonverbal communication, let's review some scenarios. First, let's review scenario 1. In this scenario, a member is upset about the annual fee. They do not understand why the fee is not prorated since Planet Fitness was closed during the coronavirus. Let's first review how not to handle this scenario.
It's $39.
Oh, that's your annual fee.
Okay, how do you know that?
What's your name? I can actually look you up.
Kelsey Carlson?
Okay. Yeah, it was your annual membership fee.
Okay, I don't think I should have been charged that. I don't remember hearing about this.
So every member is charged an annual membership fee. It's once a year, every year. There's nothing that I can do about it.
Okay.
In that scenario, what does the team member need to do better? To start, the team member fails to listen to the member. Instead, the team member right away states that the fee was the annual membership fee without even looking up the account. The team member also doesn't empathize or apologize in this situation. The team member doesn't even offer an explanation of the annual fee until probed further by the member. You can also hear the team member's phone go off in a distracting manner. This is how not to handle the scenario. Now let's hear how to handle it correctly.
Hi, how can I help you?
Hey, I was charged something random on my account.
All right, I can definitely look into that for you. What's your name?
Kelsey Carlson.
All right. How you doing today, Kelsey?
Oh, I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. Thank you for asking. All right, so I'm looking into your account now. It looks like you were charged your $39 annual membership fee. So this is a once-a-year free fee that actually keeps your monthly rate locked in. It looks like you have a Black Card membership, which is $21.99 a month. So paying that annual fee once a year just makes it to where we cannot change your monthly rate at any time.
Okay, but I don't think I should have been charged that.
Well, I'm actually seeing here that your annual fee was supposed to actually come out on April 1st. So instead, the company decided to defer that payment until July 1st.
Okay, but since you guys were closed for 3 months, shouldn't it be prorated?
So the annual fee, due to contract terms, cannot be prorated. So this is why the company decided to defer that payment instead of charging you during the pandemic on April 1st.
Okay.
Well, I definitely appreciate you coming in today and giving us the chance to look through your account and confirm that that was your annual fee.
Okay, thanks.
Now, scenario 2. In this scenario, a member states that they are unable to wear a mask due to medical reasons. Let's first review how not to handle this scenario.
Hey, welcome to Planet Fitness. How can I help you?
Hey, I'm just going to work out.
All right, at this time we are requiring that all of our members come in and out of the facility with a mask on. Do you happen to have one with you?
No, and I'm not wearing one.
It is required though.
But I'm not going to wear one. I have asthma, so I'm going to go work out because it's illegal for you to stop me.
I'm sorry, I can't let you in the facility without a mask on. It's required.
Okay.
In that scenario, what does the team member need to do better? Right off the bat, the team member was on her cell phone. The team member also does not utilize the least method. When presented with a problem, the team member did not empathize, apologize, solve, or thank the member. Instead, the team member states what the member cannot do, which is enter the facility, versus what the member could do, like purchase a mask or freeze their account. You'll also notice the team member's body language is stiff and unwavering. At the end, you see the team member physically stopping the member from entering. In this case, you do not want to physically enforce the policy. Let the member enter and call the authorities after getting guidance from your supervisor if the member refuses to leave. Now let's watch and learn how to handle this situation correctly.
Hi, welcome to Planet Fitness. How can I help you?
Hey, I'm just going to work out.
All right, at this time we are requiring that all of our members come in and out with a mask on. Do you happen to have one with you?
No, and I'm not going to wear one.
All right, on time though, we are requiring that all of our members come in and out with a mask for the safety of our members and our team. Do you happen to have a cough or anything like that in your car that you're able to use? Or we're selling masks at the front desk.
I have asthma, so it's illegal for you to not let me into that facility.
I completely understand the inconvenience. Sometimes it can be uncomfortable. This is something that we are requiring. For the inconvenience though, we can go ahead and freeze your membership until mask mandates have been lifted. Is that something that we can do for you today?
I guess so.
Let's go ahead and get that done.
In scenario 3, a member comes in wanting to cancel due to coronavirus. First, we will review how not to handle this scenario.
Hi, how can I help you?
Hey, I just want to cancel my membership.
All right, I can help you with that. What's your name?
Kelsey Carlson.
Kelsey. What's your reason for canceling, Kelsey?
Oh, just, everything's kind of crazy right now. I don't really want to be going in a lot of stores.
Oh no, I understand that. I can cancel your membership out today, or I can freeze your membership for you. Which one would you like?
Okay, I guess I'll just cancel.
Just cancel? All right, we can get that done for you today. No problem.
Okay, thank you.
In that scenario, what does the team member need to do better? First, the team member doesn't really try to save the member by explaining all of the ways that Planet Fitness is working to keep members safe. The team member also does not adjust her language based on her audience. Simply saying a freeze does not explain what a freeze is. Another thing the team member does is present the solution as a this or that option. You can freeze or you can cancel. By doing that and not explaining what a freeze is, the member will most likely choose to cancel their membership. Now let's hear how to handle it correctly.
Hey, how can I help you?
Hi, I'm here to cancel my membership.
I can definitely help you with that. What's your name?
Kelsey Carlson.
All right, Kelsey. What's your reason for canceling today?
I just don't really want to go out and about right now and be in stores and public places.
Oh, I completely understand where you're coming from. I do want to let you know that we have initiated our Clean Thumb Club. We've also started using peroxide that actually kills COVID in 45 seconds, just to make sure that our members and our staff feel more comfortable. Were you aware of that?
Oh, no, that does make me feel a little better.
Good, I'm glad. We'll actually have sanitization done at night and then constantly having someone on the floor to clean at all times too.
Okay, I guess I could think about keeping it for right now. You guys
Yeah,
have all those
definitely.
practices.
Yeah, definitely keep coming in. Just let us know how you feel. And if you ever do feel any type of way about being in the facility, then we can come back to the situation and figure out what we can do to better assist you.
Okay, all right, thank you.
No problem.
Now that we've identified the do's and don'ts in the scenarios, let's recap what we've learned today. Escalations are situations that arise when members become upset while in the facility. 2 great techniques for managing escalations are the least method and being mindful of all nonverbal communication. It's highly important to note that the team member is thoughtfully selecting her words to diffuse the situation, giving the member time to fully respond without interruption and allowing for the member to process the information being provided. Like with most skills, managing escalations takes knowledge, understanding, and practice. Think you've got it down? Click the link to test your skills.